Hey there folks, Santee at the Arizona Ghost Riders here. The Camel Corps, which is different than the Apple Corps, because you don't want to bite into a camel. Unless it's a Red Delicious camel, that'd be kind of okay. Ooh, Honeycrisp camel, that would be awesome, yeah. Granny Smith, not so much, but you know what's really good?
They just aren't horses.
So, yeah, camels in the Old West. First, I should mention that camels evolved in North America 44 million years ago, but died off during a mass extinction during the Pleistocene period. Okay, camels can be categorized into dromedaries, which have one hump, and Bactrian, which have two. From the 1830s to the 1840s, studies were done encouraging the military to adopt the Camelidae family as pack animals. The arid regions of the Southwest were being populated by more soldiers, and the idea was that these beasts of burden would be hardier and have more endurance than horses and mules. Finally, the War Department was convinced by Jefferson Davis, and $30,000 was allotted to start the project. Major Henry Constantine Wayne, a huge supporter to the cause, was to command the experiment. 33 camels were purchased in North Africa, Greece, and Turkey, as well as saddles and 5 drivers. On May 14, 1856, 34 camels arrived by ship to Indianola, Texas. Yeah, so on a 4-month journey, 1 died, but 2 were born. While they were marched into Fort Verde, the ship returned to the Middle East to procure another 40 camels and drivers. One famous driver was Haji Ali, a name that expected a lot from Americans at the time, so it was simplified to Hi Jolly.
Haji Ali is the name, or if you prefer, as your barge driver so quaintly called me, Hi Jolly.
The camels proved to be true to their word. Woo-hoo! No, not that word. They were able to carry 600 pounds, when a pack mule carried about half that weight. It was also determined that they did much better in the desert region than equines. However, this was not enough to convince the government to give them more. The outbreak of the Civil War put an end to the project, and the camels were used for menial purposes like carrying mail. In 1864, they were auctioned off. Hi Jolly took some to Arizona to start a freighting business. Sadly, it failed. By the late 1870s, he released them into the desert to be free. In the past, I made a video highlighting the legend of the Red Ghost. This was likely a descendant of one of these camels. It would appear that a dead human was lashed to it, and it terrorized parts of Arizona for years. Many civilians had never seen a camel, especially not one that was in pain and a bit crazy from being strapped to a corpse. The poor animal was put down in 1893. The remains of its skeletal human pilot were never identified. A fun movie that highlights the Camel Corps would be Homps, starring Slim Pickens. It's a silly comedy, but worth watching to see how our Old Westians reacted to these foreign creatures. Even though the experiment failed, I think camels would have been great in a different time. Maybe America was just not ready for them. Well folks, that's it for another episode. Thanks for watching. Don't forget about Patreon. This week we're doing part 2 of behind the scenes of a Western movie. Yeah, kind of fun. As always, please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on down the trail.